morning. Welcome to Mondays with Marthie. I have to tell you, I am going forward in technology. Today I'm showing you how it looks outside my window. It's winter, so you can see the light is not great. So today I'm trying something new. We're streaming the Mondays with Marthie, and I'm very excited. So that means I can use my cell phone to see the three things that I want to tell you. Okay, three things. Okay, there's the three things. Okay, three things is storm watching, and then measuring success, and the third thing is what is left when all is gone. And the first thing is storm watching. Now, sometimes you're in a very dark space because you know something's coming and you don't know if you'll be strong enough. And then yes, the worst happens, the storm hits and you weren't strong enough. I think the biggest part about that is to have the resilience to stand up again, and to know that it's part of a process of it's not how long you're down, it's how fast you can get up again. So last week I had the experience. I did a wonderful show at Imibala restaurant. They have amazing food, amazing people, amazing staff. But I had the experience where out of the 15 people I thought were coming, only 2 came. Besides the rest of the people, but from my people that I knew would be coming. So a lot of people let me know, oh, they're not coming, I'm sorry. But the bottom line was, it was hanging over my head whether I would have to pay 13 people's dinners because they didn't pitch. It's like I didn't sleep well. So that was my storm watching, in terms of, yes, there was a real storm and there was a crisis because of my show, because I do believe the show must go on, but it's usually at a cost. So, you know, just be aware that if you leave empty seats and you said you were coming, it's not an empty seat in the way that it doesn't cost anything. The artist more than likely has to pay for the seat and actually carry the cost. And it's also a loss. My reputation has gone. I did go afterwards and apologize. And I learned a lot. So if you're coming to Women on Fire in August, please book and pay your seat, because that's just what people have to do. I cannot carry empty seats. It's expensive. You want a real big show, you're gonna have to help me pay for the drummer, pay for the guitarist, pay for the violinist, pay for everybody that's going to be on stage. And this is my way of creating jobs, but I cannot pay them with money that doesn't overflow out of my cup, because there is a lot of administration that has to happen, and a lot of people expect posters, and on the posters go a picture and graphic designs, and there's a lot of things that go with it. Okay, let me see the second point. Measuring success. So how do you measure success? So Thursday night is my example. How do I measure my success? There was like 10 people, but there was 6 staff as well. So there were 16 people at my show, which is a good crowd for a house concert. So how do you measure success? Well, the people that were there were absolutely my target market. People that have appreciation for music, and they can lead me to more opportunities. So it was a very good experience in that way. So how do I measure success? Well, it might not be that there was a full house, but the people that were there were significant in leading me a step forward to where I need to go. So sometimes you have to be careful how you measure success, because it might not be what you anticipated. And also what happened the next day, which was very special to me, is the one waiter, he saw I was gonna I'm gonna cry all my tears on the front stoop of his restaurant, and he said, you know what, you don't need to speak to the chef, you need to speak to this person, I'll go get them. And he was very caring. And so for me it was like we had a couple of handshakes worth of relationship that we built. So And he said, I hope we see you again. It wasn't just somebody that came, served me dinner and went home. It was somebody that will become a friend in the future. So, and then the third thing is, what is left behind when you lose everything? So, and can you build it again? Sometimes I think it's a lot like when I lived in Canada, and I had to redefine who I am, because the people, they don't know me. They don't know what's important to me. They've never met me before. So now I go into a new space and I have to establish who I am and what I do. And for me, it's important to know who I am and what I'm going to be doing with that information, and how I'm going to establish myself as a person, and my success and my way of doing things. So yes, I think it's very important to realize that when everything is gone, what would you take and put back into your life as the one thing that defines you? Like a couple of weeks ago, I had an experience of a hitman that was on my case. He said, I was paid to kill you, and a lot of things around that. I will still write about it in my newsletter. And that made me realize, I only have a day left. What am I going to do? And it was interesting because I ended up writing, almost finishing an album, Race Against Time. So now I know I'm a songwriter. If you give me one day, what will I do with it? I'll write a whole album and consider how I'm going to record it the fastest, quickest way and post it on YouTube. So you better watch. In September I will be rolling out some of the songs, because I didn't actually quite finish all of them, because I did end up with more time. Now I didn't finish. Anyway, so that's the three things: is storm watching, how do you measure success, and what do you have left when everything is done. So please subscribe to my channel. That's how I know that you're listening. I need 300 subscribers to be able to get my music synced, licensed. It's a challenge, because you have to prove to the outside world that you're successful, and they need to see the numbers, and that's one way. So yes, and Women on Fire is a very exciting show. Being an audience is part of the experience. Just watching is not good enough. Television, you can just watch, switch on and off with PVR. But if you do YouTube, there's a comment section, or you can send me your email address and I will invite you to my newsletter. And you can go and look in the broodblik, in the bread bin, for exclusive content, and I can share songs with you. And then you become part of the inner circle. But just watching, no, it's not good enough anymore. You have to become part of the community, and that means showing up, subscribing to my newsletter, and listening to the music, streaming it, making playlists, and also coming to watch the shows. And I'm going to try to see if we can stream the show live, so if you live abroad, that you can actually watch it. So that's very exciting, new stuff happening. And people have also been asking me for stories of hope. I can't do it on my own. It's not going to work. I need you to tell me who inspires you, who needs to be on the list. New talent. Who? I don't know. You have to tell me. And I cannot make somebody else successful. I can just let them share in my success, and that means my cup has to run over. That's just how it works. If this is what I do full time, this is how you can support me, by listening and caring and showing your support and engaging in my content. I did start a page, my Mondays with Marthie, on Facebook, and I'm busy with my website. So it's a lot of stuff happening. I'm listening, I'm learning, and it's nice to hear from you. So let's do it together. People need hope in their life, and if they find that I inspire them, I will do that. Wednesday I'm going to be talking at Avontuur Breakfast Club, and yes, there I'll just be talking. Sometimes I'm just singing, just talking. I'm doing a lot of stuff. People tell me they read every word of my newsletter. It's very good to hear. But I need your support. Just reading, just listening, just watching, no, that's not good enough. You have to show up and be my audience member, because that's just part of the deal. So have a wonderful Monday, wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.